So I want to talk about something which most people don't actually talk about. I want to talk about the things that happen in the tech industry before your breakthrough actually happens. So I want to talk about the things that we actually don't talk about working and being in the tech industry. But more specifically, I'm going to talk about cybersecurity, working in cybersecurity. If there's somebody who works in another industry, maybe in the software development industry or whatever tech industry they work in, they can share their side of the story. But I'm going to share mine. So I'm going to tell you the truth about certain things that we don't tell you. We always show you the glitz and the glam. We always show you the life here and there. We always tell you what to do, what to study. But there's certain things that we don't tell you about. We don't tell you that how difficult it gets when you have to apply for an internship or for a job. We don't tell you that. I don't know why most people don't tell you that, but it's really difficult. I'm not saying that it's impossible. What I'm saying is it's possible, but I'm saying that it's quite difficult for one to get a job or an internship. You see, cybersecurity over the years has changed. I feel like the requirements have become ridiculous. Great example of this, you get that they'll be saying they're looking for a entry level person, and that particular entry level person has to have 3 years experience, and then you have to have senior certifications. Now make it make sense to me. How does an entry level person who doesn't have experience, who comes from a background of no experience, and also who comes from a background where they can't afford these senior certifications, because to be honest, some of these senior certifications, they cost a lot of money, and also you can't qualify for a senior certification until you've finished at least 4 to 5 years. Like for example, your CISSP, you can't just get a CISSP until you've worked in all 5 domains or at least 3 domains, and then you've completed 5 years working in cybersecurity. So you can't be asking people that. These are the things that we don't talk about. One of the things, again, we don't talk about is how hard it is to understand certain topics in cybersecurity. I'm going to be very honest. Even till now, for me, I don't know everything. And I always say it to my team and to my people. I don't know everything. I don't know every single thing in cybersecurity. And I'm learning. I'm still learning. And I'm very much open to learning. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Coming into this industry, you have to have an open mind. You have to be willing to learn. If you're going to come in with the attitude, hey, I know everything, I know this, it's not going to help you. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to be criticized and take that criticism very well. Take it as a lesson. It's fine. Don't worry. You're learning. That's how it is. And then another one. Once you get into cybersecurity, we actually don't talk about this. You get a particular certification, you always have to be updating yourself, right? You always have to get a particular certification. You have to be chasing after cert, after cert, after cert, and you have to be certified. Unfortunately, you have to. For example, you can't work with the particular tool if you're not certified. You have to be certified because of compliance. Most of the time your certification will expire, and you have to make sure that you rewrite your certification again. And that's the unfortunate part. You can't just go in and renew that certification. You have to go write it again. This depends on the certification. Not all certifications actually work like that, but mostly higher certifications work like that. We don't talk about that. We also don't talk about when working in cybersecurity, most of the time you have to learn how to balance. You have to learn how to balance your health. You have to learn how to balance family time. You have to learn how to balance school, which is basically your studying, and you have to learn how to balance all these things. I'll give you a great example. We again don't talk about this. Working in a security operations center, is that there are days, especially in cybersecurity, there are days sometimes, depends on the role, that you're not going to see your family for most of the time. For example, there are times where you're going to miss Christmas. There are going to be times where you're going to go into parties, but you're going to have to cut the time short because an incident just happened. you're going to have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or you're going to have to work night shift, or you're going to have to work on a Saturday or a Sunday. We don't talk about these things. And trust me, these things are not a bad thing. But these are the things that I feel like we should be sharing with you guys before you even get into the industry, so you know how to prepare. Again, we cannot prepare you with everything, but these are the things that we need to talk about. Here's another one we don't talk about more: imposter syndrome. Man, imposter syndrome is the worst one. Even if you've been in the industry for a while, you sometimes feel unqualified. I sometimes feel unqualified. You know, we feel unqualified by doing certain things. And you ask yourself, do I deserve being here? But it comes back again. If I don't deserve being here, why would I be here? Because I was chosen to be here. I am in this seat because I belong here. I am in this seat because the people who put me in this seat believe in me, right? So I believe in God. So I truly believe that God has placed me where I am and is about to place me in other places. So God will never choose me to place me in a certain place unless He knows that I'm qualified. So that's how I believe it, right? So, but imposter syndrome is real. Just know that. But my advice to you: believe in yourself, because you will never be placed in a place if they didn't believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. The most important person to believe in is yourself.